Give it up for Ben Hermann.
Thanks very much, everybody.
Woo!
I wanted to dress like this at 18, but instead I voted for Mitt Romney. So we're in a pretty crazy time, huh? You know, I'm never gonna understand why trans people are where we're drawing the line biologically. You know, so many weirdos are born every day. There are people born with extra toes. There are people born with missing organs. There are people born white. But a chick with a dick, that's too far. You can't fathom a chick with a dick. Hentai artists can. And I, for one, am grateful for their endless creativity. Every day. Around 4 o'clock. That's gratitude time. Why is this the thing that is making us all so upset? You know, at this very moment, the United States is responsible for no, my baby! And we're over here like, yeah, but what if those women are really good at basketball? Thank goodness that genocide joke usually bombs. I'm just tired of living in fear, you know? Fear that at any moment, the creator of Harry Potter will pop up and be like, what do your genitals look like? What kind of a question is that? What if I have to share the bathroom with a trans woman? Well, you know what? The other day I had to share the bathroom with a man who pretended to wash his hands. He just stood there with the water running for the exact amount of time it would take a person to wash their hands. A trans person is the least of my bathroom concerns. And you know, J.K. Rowling likes to talk an awful lot of trash for someone who hasn't shown us what her genitals look like. How do we know there's not a snake in that chamber of secrets? Post hole, Joanne. Hashtag post hole, Joanne. Because look, at the end of the day, I'll tell you what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna sit here and get lectured about dangerous people invading spaces by a goddamn Brit. What are the British gonna teach us next? How to get a tan? I'm not being condescended to by a bitch who has beef with the sun. Hey, everybody's shouting, he was born with a penis, who cares? We can give her a vagina. Which frankly is a medical miracle that no one seems to be impressed by. I mean, you're telling me I'm the only one intrigued by science pussy? I can tell you if in high school I was in a career fair and I saw a booth marked pussy scientist, I would have never become a comedian. I'd be in the lab right now with beakers and vials. Gwyneth Paltrow. I just think we should tackle the real issues, you know? Like, I think the world would be a better place if Christians could read. Look, there's a lot of great stuff in the Bible, there is. But there's a lot of not great stuff in the Bible, and we should talk about it. I've read it both as a follower and as a writer, so I know it's blasphemous to say, but it could use a few more rounds of edits. Let's go through, I'll take you through the 10 Commandments, right? This is classic, vintage, a foundational pillar for at least 3 religions. Number 1, you shall have no other gods. God wants to be exclusive. I can respect that. Number 2, you can't worship idols. That's the same thing. Reading is a little inefficient and a lot insecure. Rule 1, don't cheat. Rule 2, I mean it. from Zeus. All the worshippers are interested in the Chad gods like him, and nice gods like me never even get a chance. Number 3 is you can't swear, which feels awfully high. Don't be a potty mouth got the bronze medal. Makes me feel like God was winging these commandments a little bit. If I was Moses, I would have put down the chisel and picked up a pencil. Number 4 is take Saturdays off, which is nice, but it is giving pizza party instead of Christmas bonuses energy. Number 5 is honor your father and mother, which is also cool, but it's not kids who tend to abuse their parents. So maybe reverse that. Number 6 is don't murder. Don't murder doesn't crack the top 5. Don't murder is in the sequel to Don't Swear. We had to wait till Tablet 2, Electric Boogaloo. Number 7 is you can't commit adultery. That's the 3rd reference to cheating. Cheating comprises 30% of the list. And you think about it, and you realize we're not allowed to have other gods, but he's allowed to have other followers. Number 8 is you can't steal. 9 is you can't lie. 10 is you can't envy. So you can't steal, want to steal, or steal and then say you didn't. I just think it could use a little work, you know? There's some stuff missing. Rape's not on it. War's not on it. Slavery's not on it. You could have slaves in this religion as long as you don't make them work Saturdays. No, we can do better. That's why I wrote a new list. I'm starting a new religion. Not just as a tax dodge. Also to secure many wives. These are the Ben commandments. Commandment number 1, learn to read. This will aid with the subsequent 9. Number 2, do no harm to another human being without enthusiastic consent. Because Benny needs to get roughed up every now and again. Rule number 3, if you can't survive outside of a womb, get good or get gone. That is what we in the Book of Ben refer to as a skill issue. Number 4, take Saturdays off. I'm leaving that one in. Hell yeah. You know what? Take Sundays off too, yeah. Accepting donations soon. Rule 5, don't fuck kids. Yeah, I don't like that it needs to be in there. But it's not in the original 10, and then the Catholic Church happened. Rule 6, bathe. All of yourself. With soap and water. I came up with that one after I met that guy in the bathroom. Rule 7, you can't wage war. 8, you can't own slaves. 9, don't steal from anyone with less than 1,000 of something. If you've got more than 1,000 of something, it's either not real or you're stealing. Learn to share. Number 10, women are in charge. Now look, this is something that all Christians get wrong because they cannot read. People wrongly assume that Adam was God's greatest creation. Adam was a rough draft. God made Adam, and then he went, and then he made Eve, and then he made no other people. And he left it up to the women in charge. Now, they would like to tell you that Eve doomed humanity, right? When she took a bite of the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil. But what Eve actually did was gift knowledge to mankind. We When Eve took a bite of that fruit, that was a woman inventing the right to choose. When man took a bite of that fruit, it was man doing exactly as he should. He did as he was told. This is the word of the Lord. Amen. Thank you very much, everyone. You've been great.
Hell yeah, keep it going for Ben Hermann!